Toyota sells a ton of RAV4s, 475,000 of them last year, in fact, third only to the Chevy Silverado and Ford F-150 in the US. What's more impressive is last year's SUV was already 6 years old, and somehow Toyota still improved sales year over year. Now, of course, the company can't just trot out the same SUV for another 6 years, although I bet people would still buy it. No, they had to go back to the drawing board and somehow improve on their perennial bestseller. The result of all that designing and tinkering is right here, the 2026 Toyota RAV4. Now, the one thing you'll notice is that this RAV4 looks very different than the previous one. It's a lot sharper, a lot sportier, and it has Toyota's new corporate face, which you'll see on everything from the BZ to the Prius to the Camry. And they look pretty good here, these upturned headlights with this kind of light bar, almost design element that goes across the front end. I think it's a really nice design, and I think it's something that Toyota is going to incorporate on a lot of their vehicles moving forward, as they should. Now, this particular model is the GR Sport. It's a brand new model for the RAV4 for this year, and it gets a lot of custom touches that make it look a bit sportier. Visually, you can see that it has this big grille up front with a GR badge right here and these vents on the side, very reminiscent of the GR Corolla, basically identical, in fact, to the new GR Corolla. Out back, the design is really nice, really sharp, almost sort of a flat back end similar to the Sequoia, but you get these really nice taillights that bleed a little bit into the trunk lid. And on this GR Sport model, you have some special touches like this spoiler right up here and the GR Sport badge obviously on the back and a little bit extra here on the lower bumper. Now, if you remember the interior of the outgoing RAV4, this one is a massive, massive upgrade. All the materials are really nice, especially on this GR Sport model. You get this sort of suede material here in the middle with the Softex fake leather. The shifter is ripped directly from the Tundra. The Sequoia has the same shape and feel. It's really nice. And of course, you get huge upgrades in the technology. This 12.9-inch screen right here in the middle, it runs Toyota's latest and greatest, arguably, infotainment system. I really, really love that setup. And you get this 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster here that is supposedly highly configurable. We can't mess with it right now, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of opportunities for us to play with it in the future and see just how great this technology is. Now, here's one thing that I really like. The center console goes both ways, as it does in a lot of vehicles. But one thing you can do here in the RAV4 is kind of take it off entirely, flip it over, lock it in place, and you can use this as a writing board. You can store little snacks here, do whatever you want. Pretty nifty feature that you really don't see in any other cars. Now, right here in the center stack, you have a lot of really interesting features. Obviously, you get a wireless charger on the left side here. You also have a little cubby for your passenger to put their phone, drive modes on the left side, trail, snow modes on the right side, 2 USB-C ports, hill descent control, and of course, if you want to turn the traction control off in this car, you can. Now, maybe the biggest change to the RAV4 line for 2026 is the fact that it is hybrid only. The base 2.5-liter four-cylinder gas engine is completely gone, and instead, the new base model gets a 2.5-liter four-cylinder hybrid with 226 horsepower with front-wheel drive or 236 horsepower with all-wheel drive. Now, the plug-in hybrid also carries over for this year, but it's even better. This version right here gets the same 2.5-liter four-cylinder with the new plug-in hybrid setup, 2 electric motors, and a higher capacity battery that makes 320 horsepower. An appropriately absurd amount of power for this particular model, the GR Sport, and it also gets 50 miles of range this year, which is an improvement of about 8 miles compared to last year. Now, what's interesting about the RAV4 plug-in model for this year is that it does support DC fast charging, but only if you get 2 specific trims. The XSE and the Woodland have the CCS combo that supports DC fast charging, although Toyota doesn't say at exactly what rate. Now, if you get the GR Sport or the SE models, it doesn't support fast charging, but at a level 2, it'll fill up in a few hours, no problem. Of course, the GR Sport isn't the only option. Toyota has 6 other RAV4 trims to choose from for 2026, ranging from the base LE model to the XSE and the return of the Woodland. The trim you choose will determine your choice of powertrains and drive types. The Woodland model, for example, is available with either the hybrid or plug-in hybrid powertrains, but only all-wheel drive. Front-wheel drive is available on the LE, XLE, and XSE, while the GR Sport is only available with all-wheel drive. For the Woodland model, you also get a few exclusive things you won't find on any other trim, like all-terrain tires, extra LED lights in the front bumper, a standard roof rack, and a special interior with 2-tone faux leather seats. One thing we don't know yet is how much the new RAV4 costs. The 2025 RAV starts at just under $30,000, and we don't expect this new one to be that much more expensive. Believe it or not, the RAV4 name is about as old as I am. But even 30 years on, this is still one of the most popular vehicles in America. Now, in this 6th generation model, it gets huge changes to the powertrain, design, and interior that should set it up for success over the next few years.